So if he stays, you then talk about Cunha and Mbeumo, who've settled in really nice over there. You've got Sesko coming off the bench. I mean, United can do some damage next season. I don't think they will have the same type of season just simply because they're going to have to play Champions League football, and I think that's going to derail them.
Now, Man U need to have a revamp. They need 2 to 3 midfielders, right? They're aging. Casemiro looks like he's going to be gone. It doesn't look like he's going to be offered a 1-year extension. So no matter what, they need 2 players. And what better 2 players to get than these 2 players who are already Premier League proven, who have the experience.
Want to stand out like the freestyle pros? Then Premier Baller was built for you. 120 elite level skills to learn and master. Professional step-by-step training created by top UK freestyler Jay Rosa. This is an elite online academy for serious ballers. 10% off your first month right now with the code BALLER10. Your game is about to change. Big rumours coming out the Newcastle and Man United camps respectively, and they're about 2 Newcastle players, Mark. Firstly, Sandro Tonali to Man United this summer. There's no smoke without fire. This one's gathering a lot of momentum, a lot of steam. I want to speak to you about that one first, but I also want to incorporate the fact that they're also talking about Bruno Guimaraes going to Man United. Not 1, but 2. Basically, they're looking to dismantle the whole Newcastle midfield and take it for them. And because they're Man United, they think they can. But can they really, Mark?
They can.
Go on,
they can, bro.
Tell me.
They absolutely can. Because if they're going to offer Champions League football, I mean, that's one of the main terms, the main conditions. A player like Tonali, he was even linked with Arsenal. We even did a pod on that because Mikel Arteta actually made contact in the January transfer, and we already glowed up Tonali about what a player this guy is. Hardly ever injured. Okay, yeah, the 10-match ban and stuff like that, but he is like an engine. Not only can he play make, not only has he got an 87% pass accuracy, not only can he defend, he is a linchpin. Right. And what's going to happen is you're going to take actually arguably the best player out of Newcastle. Then their second best player, or even their best player, this is either or, is Bruno Guimaraes,
who's
the
the
captain.
best player? Because I've got a strong opinion in this. Tonali or Guimaraes?
A lot of people... I would pick Tonali.
Okay, cool. I thought you might have gone Bruno. All right, fine.
I would pick Tonali. But Bruno, bro, I find it real difficult, yeah, okay, to expect Newcastle to get rid of their 2 best players at the club and their 2 midfielders. There already looks like they're going to get rid of, there's a lot of rumours they're going to get rid of Eddie Howe. Okay, which I understand they're in 12th, but what the other thing is, getting Champions League is such a big thing and it's so important. These 2 players, especially Bruno, who's at 29 right now, they have one last big move. And why not make it to a historical club with such heritage like Manchester United, who last few games, as everyone knows, have been smashing up. They're in the most informed team over the last, 3-4 months, whatever it is. They're now guaranteed to make Champions League football. And that offer can be everything to a player like Tonali, like Bruno, to play in the biggest competitions. And it looks like it's going to be an upward trajectory at the moment for Manchester United. And I think that new manager bounce, that's past now. Michael Carrick has got them ticking. They're responding to him. All right. Forget about how he's hardly got any experience. Oh, he's managed Middlesbrough. He's got Manchester United DNA. He knows what it takes to win. They've got a winner. And he understands what it is to be and to wear the Manchester United badge. And the players are responding. And that is a good sign for players like Bruno, like Tonali. Now, Man U need to have a revamp. They need 2 to 3 midfielders, right? They're aging. Casemiro looks like it's going to be gone. It doesn't look like it's going to be offered a 1-year extension. So no matter what, they need 2 players. And what better 2 players to get than these 2 players who are already Premier League proven?
They're more than Premier League proven. They're top drawer. They're 2 of the best midfielders in the league. Like, I know there's better midfielders. You can make the argument. I'm not saying they're the 2 best. They're 2 of the best, and that is actually going to be brutal for Newcastle. But that's, whatever they do with Eddie Howe, whatever they don't do, that's going to be absolutely brutal if they lose both. Even if they lose one, it's going to be brutal. But imagine Tonali, because Tonali and Bruno, if they do go to Man United, and these are big ifs, by the way, because Eddie Howe's already shut down the Bruno rumours already. If they do go to Man United, they replace an aging Casemiro and they replace a Manuel Ugarte, and you've now got Tonali in that midfield. You've got Kobe Mainoo, you've got Bruno Guimaraes, you've got then Bruno Fernandes, who's come out and said if they finish Champions League, finish in the Champions League places, he's staying. So if he stays, you then talk about Cunha and Mbeumo, who've settled in really nice over there. You've got Sesko coming off the bench. I mean, United can do some damage next season. I don't think they will have the same type of season just simply because they're going to have to play Champions League football, and I think that's going to derail them. Michael Carrick, who looks like he's staying, has no experience really, I think, of managing 2 games a week or whatever it might be. So I don't think they will be able to handle that. But then they're giving themselves a great chance if they get, Guimaraes and Tonali. Massive. That midfield suddenly looks insane.
You say you've been sucking. Yeah, that's true. No, of course. But you've been sucking off Tonali, even on a video like we did a few months back. You sucked him off there.
I think we both did.
Yeah. Would you take him? I'm pinning it on you. Would you take him? And would he start? Would he start for Arsenal? And if he would, who do you replace?
What, Tonali? If at Arsenal? Okay, look, I'll quickly give it. I'd love Tonali at Arsenal. I think he sits in our 6. Provides competition with Zubimendi. I don't think it's a position that we need to be looking at right now, but I think Tonali right now goes in ahead of Zubimendi. So it would be Tonali, Rice, Odegaard, or Eze, or that's how. He'd displace Zubimendi. Like, for me, I don't think that's controversial. Personally, I'm sure I'll get a lot of flack for it. But I think Tonali's class.
Fair enough. Look, we're about. No, he's brilliant. I would love him at Chelsea, but all right. So where do you think he's going to go? Because for both these 2 players, okay, they've heavily linked with not just Manchester United, but they're also linked with Arsenal, and they're definitely linked with Man City. Man City, they've got Bernardo Silva, who's going to be leaving. They have an old, aging, not super functional midfield. Reinders hasn't really done it for them. If you're Tonali, you're Bruno, who do you go? All 3 teams offer Champions League, which is what they want. Where are you going?
I mean, where I'd go if I was them versus, it depends, who's going to win the Premier League. It looks like Arsenal. Arsenal could be quite an attractive proposition, especially with the rumours about Kvaratskhelia and Julian Alvarez. Arsenal doesn't look like we're going to sit on our laurels. So, that's quite an attractive proposition. Man United will always be attractive if they're in the Champions League and it's Man United. And Man City will always be attractive. Where I think they'll go, I think Tonali is going to end up at United. I think the rumours are strong on that one. And I think there is a really, really strong possibility that Tonali ends up at Man United. I'm less sure that Bruno follows him to Man United. And I'm not even sure that he leaves Newcastle. Let's see. I mean, he may well do. And if I was him, by the way, I think I would, right? Like, I would leave if I was him. Yeah.
29, bro. He wants to play. He wants to play Champions League.
Whether he follows Tonali to United, which is where I think Tonali will be, or whether he goes to a Man City or even an Arsenal, I think he adds something to all of those clubs, even who's Liverpool's midfield? I think he can add to Liverpool's midfield, right? So, Gravenberch. So I think he can add to that midfield as well. I don't think Tonali and Bruno will be playing for the same team next season, but I think Tonali will be at Man United.
That'd be crazy.
That's my thoughts.
Guys, let us know in the comments down below. Let us know in the comments down below. Do you think that they're going to be going? If for your team, who would you rather have? Tonali or Bruno? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe so we can see you beautiful people in the next one and the one after that and the one after that. And we'll see you out there. Thanks for watching.